Hello, this will be my speech number 4, and I have my sister and my mom in the audience. A father's love for his children never ends. This is John's story. We'll call this gentleman John to protect his identity. One day, John was walking home and was assaulted, causing him to be seriously injured. He suffered life-threatening injuries that changed everything for him. His life was never the same after. His injuries were in fact so bad, he could no longer work to support his family. Desperate to work and provide, according to John, he didn't care what job he took after the incident. He was so desperate that he was deceived into taking a job that would ultimately lead him to being a modern-day slave in the UK for 3 years. The work was violent, degrading, and exhausting. John stated that the work made him feel like nothing, that he was forgotten, and that he was empty. Cattle and dogs were treated better than people where John worked. On top of that, John had no way out and had not seen his kids since the day he left his country to the UK. That was until Hope for Justice found him. John states, "God listened to my cry for help, and Hope for Justice are helping me to make good decisions in my life." Hope for Justice helped John find work and a doctor, which led to him having a house and food, but most importantly, getting back in touch with his family after 3 years. This is just one story on how Hope for Justice helped one of the remaining 40.3 million people who are modern-day slaves in the world get back their life. Today, I'm going to inform you both about the charity organization called Hope for Justice and why you should care about it, and what you can do to get involved. I will speak about their mission is and who they advocate freedom and justice for. I have done research on the organization not only through their official website, hopeforjustice.org, but also through many third-party websites who check the legitimacy of charities throughout the world. My plan by the end of the speech is to inform you about the injustice around the world that is called modern-day slavery, and why you should care. I hope to advocate for this charity I believe in and hope to bring you on board with me. So let's get started. Now you may ask yourself, what is Hope for Justice exactly? As stated on the website, endslaverynow.org, Hope for Justice exists to bring an end to human trafficking and modern-day slavery by preventing exploitation, rescuing victims, restoring lives, and reforming society. The charity was founded in 2008 in the UK by CEO Ben Cooley, and later in 2014 merged with another charity called Abolition International, the organization whose mission is to stop human trafficking. Why should you get involved, you may ask? Modern-day slavery is very real. It could be happening to you even if you're in the United States. According to the website hopeforjustice.org, the official website for the organization, internal trafficking happens everywhere within a country's own borders. For example, a runaway girl could be picked up from Philadelphia and then driven from truck stop to truck stop to be sold for sex along the East Coast of America. This is very real. When it comes to forced labor, this is growing to be a very profitable business for these crooks, as an estimated $150 billion, that's billion with a B, is made each year around the world. With Hope for Justice, you could be something called a guardian with the charity. When you decide to become a guardian with this charity, you not only help fund the war against modern-day slavery with your monthly contribution, but you also become part of the Hope for Justice community. Now, with that being said, what exactly does it mean to become a guardian, you may ask? When donating to Hope for Justice, you will receive the satisfaction of knowing that you are helping toward a greater cause. When becoming a guardian in this organization charity, you are rescuing victims, preventing exploitation, restoring lives, and reforming society. You also receive tailored updates, especially just for guardians, only that get them, and they keep you informed and updated about the impact you are making in the world. More personally, you receive stories of the people that were rescued from exploited and vulnerable children. You get to see firsthand how they return safely to their homes. Now you may be asking how many people this organization reaches. Well, allow me to explain to you some of the numbers that we have seen since we started. So let's talk about the children first, about how we put our best foot forward into supporting the future of our world. Referencing back to the 2015-2016 financial year and the impact of in the review up into the 2018-2019 year, we can see our numbers climb each year. In 2015-2016, 23,000 children were reached, with that number jumping to 37,000 in 2017 and 2018, which leads to the biggest spike the following year of 71,000 children in the following year of 2018 to 2019. Since then, 7,400 academic classes have been taught in the Shine School for Survivors, while 343,000 meals have been served to children across global programs. Hope for Justice uses the self-help group approach to help avoid the breakdown of a family, which is actually the leading cause of child trafficking when a family is not coherent together. These groups provide hope for justice and empower women and families economically, while also teaching financial literacy in order to prepare for the future of their lives. Child protection and anti-trafficking are also taught to these families by the group in order to raise awareness. This results in overall impact of stronger families and their communities who are better equipped to protect their children and prevent family separation. In the countries that Hope for Justice has a hub in, they are hosted by experienced investigators and outreach workers. These specialists work with the local law enforcement of that country to identify victims of trafficking. They are especially trained to do so. They then build a relationship directly with the victims in order to form trust and remove them directly from exploitation. This is actually done in countries, especially where victims might be too scared to contact the police directly because they feel they have no power. The information is then shared with local law enforcement, where many victims have been successfully convicted and jailed. So as I've shown you, Hope for Justice is a charity and organization that I believe in with my whole heart, and I think you should too. This charity brings justice to hundreds of thousands of men, women, children, and families who are exploited into modern-day slavery, like the story I told about John earlier. As I've already explained earlier, you can help them out by becoming a guardian yourself, and that can be done with a contribution monthly, or even just a one-time donation for the amount of your choosing. I ask that you go to the Facebook page to follow them and join the other 48,000 members who support this charity, and that can be found at facebook.com/Hope for Justice. As a recap, Hope for Justice is one of the many important movements and charities that bring equality and justice to underprivileged people around the world. Thank you for your time.